The dead don't get second chances. At least, that's what I used to believe. But now, with a hand reaching from the darkness, clawing for me, with a voice I don't recognize, but somehow know, I realize some debts don't stay buried. I woke up somewhere else, not the highway, not the crash site, not anywhere that made sense. The air smelled of wet dirt and old wood. A dim, flickering light swayed above me, casting shadows that stretched too far. I tried to move, but my body felt heavy, like I was sinking into the floor itself. And then a voice, familiar. James, took you long enough. I forced myself up, my limbs protesting. James sat across from me at a table that looked older than time itself, scratched, burned. Something had been carved into the wood, a name I didn't recognize for James. He looked different, less solid, less human. His edges blurred, like he was slipping between here and somewhere else. I swallowed hard. Where the hell are we? James leaned back, smirking. You still don't get it. I stared at him. Get what? His grin faded. You're not in control anymore. The words hit me like a fist to the gut. Not in control? Then who or what was? James drummed his fingers on the table. You don't remember, do you? I shook my head, frustration clawing at my chest. Remember what? His eyes darkened. The night you made the deal. It came rushing back. The wreckage, the pain, a desperate whisper in my head, offering me a way out. A second chance, and I had taken it without asking the price, without knowing who I was bargaining with. And now, that price was coming due. The walls shifted. The flickering light swung violently. The shadows stretched and curled like living things. And then the door appeared. A single wooden door at the far end of the room. James leaned forward. You want to leave? He said. I nodded, swallowing hard, then opened it. I hesitated, because something about that door, something about what waited on the other side, didn't feel right. I stepped toward the door, placed my hand on the knob. It was ice cold. A shiver crawled down my spine. James didn't move, just watched, waiting. As I turned the knob, as the door creaked open, a voice, deep, ancient, filled with something non-human, spoke my name. And then something moved. The darkness beyond the door wasn't just dark. It was alive, shifting, watching. And then it stepped forward, a figure, tall, wrapped in the shadows. But its eyes, they burned. like embers in a dying fire. And when it spoke again, it said words that made my blood run cold. You should have never come back. James stood, his expression unreadable. Told you, he muttered. I took a step back, but the shadows moved faster. The figure reached for me, not with hands, but with something worse, something I couldn't escape. And as the darkness swallowed me whole, I had one final thought, a truth I couldn't ignore anymore. I wasn't the one running the show, and whoever was, they were about to take everything.